Hello, Barbara. This is Shirley. Welcome back to another episode of Insert Subject Here. This week, there's a lot of baby mama, baby drama.
Hello, Mimi. It's Danny Lay.
Yeah, let's get into it on this week's episode of Insert Subject Here.
Cool for Cocoa Puff. And Shawty's not my girl. Ain't never been my girl. Is my side.
It's your what?
My side.
Don't you ever in your life put me on the live like that.
Listen, as long as you don't put a love spell on me.
Is when a mother love spell on somebody, and y'all gonna read between the lines with what I'm saying is clear as day. When you start doing love spells on people and start putting people to goddamn make them do a certain type of way or love you, it backfire on your.
Because I don't know what it is, but it makes me nervous.
Yeah. Before we crack the whip on this here episode, be sure to like this video. Comment in the comment section below all through it, because I got some questions.
I got more than some questions. What's a love spell? How does one go about getting a love spell put on them? And if there's anybody trying to put a love spell on me, don't.
I used to hear back in the day, people would put stuff in their spaghetti sauce. By the way, I made
That's
spaghetti
disgusting.
for dinner today.
And guess who's not eating it?
But you're right here.
I know, but I don't want a love spell. You see what's happening with the baby, right?
I see what's happening with the baby. And you know, I just don't know where we've gone wrong, because back in the day.
What do you mean where we going wrong?
Because back in the day, what happened in your house stayed in the house.
Yes, God.
Or
Yes, it did.
You
Yes, it
went
did.
to the person respectfully or non-respectfully. Because prime example, Shirley just called Barbara up.
May I speak to Barbara? Barbara, this is Shirley.
She didn't she didn't go stand out in the middle of the street and yell her drama. She didn't put it in the newspaper. She didn't go door to door. Like, she just went to the lady respectfully.
Listen.
I just don't understand.
Times have changed, because the men used to do it too. Like the baby, he's not exempt, because, remember Harlem Nights when Richie called his wife?
Put Mommy on the phone. Yeah, Barbara, it's Richie. Yeah, look, I ain't never coming home no more. Take it easy.
we were more upfront about stuff.
We have 3 beautiful girls.
Yes.
And if they ever allowed somebody to disrespect them, and I don't know who's right, who's wrong. I don't know if love spells, land of the hands, side chick, front chick, back chick. I don't know what is going on. But put it in your music, like Tank said, and like Summer Walker. Put it in your music. Yeah. Like, this is prime R&B real estate right here.
Yeah, and I think she will. Not speaking on that situation. That's because I don't know much about the situation, but they've been on live all day long.
Like, for real.
So, me, conspiracy theory Anthony, feels like this is a rollout of publicity stuff. Like, I commented on one of the pages, like, bruh, put the phone down and just get out. Like, if you don't want to be there or you don't want to be around her, just leave the house.
So in piecing all the lives and posts and tweets and subtweets and without the ads together, it appears.
Without the ads.
Because, people don't at you. They just sub you. I've been on the end of a couple little subs.
Ooh,
and I don't dignify you. I have a friend. Well, we're no longer friends. We used to be friends for a long time. And she lied about a very big thing. And then when I was brought into the lie, because I was blindsided by the lie, and, I can't control my face. So when somebody said, let me ask you a question. And I was like, And I just did the church lady thing. And let me get on out of here. And they was like, you told me everything I need to know. But I didn't know how to respond. So I went back to my friend and I said, hey, I was confronted with blah, 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 blah. Now, I don't know if it's true or not. I don't care if it's true or not. But I think you might need to do some little cleanup and explain, because people are starting to put pieces together. And so then it was some subs, and then I got blocked, and then you got blocked, and then my whole family got blocked, and then my friends got blocked, and I don't even know what I did wrong. I went to her. I said, hey, Barbara.
It's me, Shirley.
There's some chatterings going around. And I think you might need to pick up the pieces. I'm just saying.
I can't,
Now, let me tell you something. Any of my friends and family that watch, any of his friends and family that watch, no, I'm going to come out my mouth. I'm going to tell you the truth. Yeah, she is. I ain't going to sugarcoat nothing. So I'm going to come to you.
She sugarcoats sometimes, though. It's a little bit of sugar on it.
Yeah, sometimes it is. Yeah, because then afterwards, all my other friends was like, phew, good riddance. That was crazy. And I was like, I never knew. Really?
I don't even know what you're talking about. So what's the next topic?
So
back out of here like that.
Yeah, back on out. You know what I'm talking about, because you was part of the block party.
I say back on out of here.
Okay, we're gonna keep going. So speaking of block parties, last week, I'm just saying, we were invited to the Madison Mason Group Fall Barbecue. And let me tell you something. One of my Dove sisters, India Whitlock, I love Black excellence. Yeah. She put together a great event, and she does a lot of rebuilding. She does she's a broker, and she does building, and she's trying to revitalize.
She's a Black female builder.
Correct. And she had food trucks, because it was on a Tuesday, so we had Taco Tuesday
that she bought out.
She bought out a whole Sweet Sisters Treats food truck.
Bought out the brewery. Whatever you wanted to drink.
Yeah, she had a DJ and a band. She had s'mores. And it was just a great time.
Indeed, it was.
And we just had a lot of fun. So I want to really shout her out.
Yes.
Because I love to see women, Black people, everybody do what they need to do to further themselves and give back. Like, she's always giving back.
Yes,
she had a small business that she wanted us to support. There was a lady there selling cookies. Like, it was just
cookies was hitting too.
It was an amazing
major
event.
Shout out to India Whitlock and the Madison Mason Home Group. So if you're looking, you're in the market for a home, you're trying to sell your home, holla at India. She get you right.
I agree. So now that we're done talking about drama, let's get into something fun.
Oh, I didn't even know we talked about drama. Go ahead. I'm with the funds.
You didn't know?
Yeah.
Like all the postpartum depression drama we just talked about. You know what? And I'm gonna pull back up. Beep, beep, beep. Danny, I know you're going through postpartum depression right now. I went through it, and it wasn't pretty. Remember I used to watch that stupid commercial? It was a commercial that came on about abused dogs. You're in the arms of an angel.
And I said to her what I said to the baby in the post. If you don't want to be there, leave. Get out. Change the channel, Micaiah. She would watch it come on, and she would say, "This that commercial that's gonna make me cry." Change the channel.
And my simple behind was sitting and looked at the little burnt dogs and bit up dogs. So one time Anthony was just like,
I'm not doing this no more. It's over. It's over. Remember the Kevin Hart joke? Just fall down. Just fall. Like, just change the channel. It's over. Crazy stuff.
But this, since we're starting to wrap up the end of the year, Oprah Winfrey used to do episodes where she talks about her favorite things. Ooh. I'm Oprah. You're Stedman.
Listen,
Stedman.
Where my allowance at then?
I don't get it. Because you the breadwinner.
Well, you ain't Oprah there.
Okay. I'm Porpra. Okay.
Popra.
All right. So a lot of questions that we get is, why do we always go back to Disney? And everyone always thinks that Disney is just like a slow boat ride through a magical land of dancing dolls. But we go with and without the kids, and I just want to take you down a little bit of why that is. Disney, we're foodies, and if you are not following Anthony, I'm drop his information or pop it up however he does it. He does a Fat Boy Fridays.
Fat Boy Fridays.
So we go to some interesting places and we have some interesting things.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure that you follow him if you're interested in food like we are. But that is one of the main reasons why we go to Disney.
Yes,
is for the food.
Won't he do it?
And adult beverages.
Won't he will?
Yeah, and Florida has open containers, so you can just walk around sipping.
Florida figured out the perfect middle ground to take your money, bring your kids for them to have a good time, but keep you appeased at the same time.
100% agree.
Bruh, there is open container and no restaurants telling you no, you can't take it.
Right. So, as you can see by this picture, sometimes our kids just are not happy to be here, like Exhibit A and Exhibit B. So sometimes we go with and without the kids. But I just want to bring in some of the snacks and beverages that we enjoy. Mm-hmm. I have a raging sweet tooth. So in downtown Disney Springs, it's now called, there's this place called the Ganachery. And they make the best s'mores in front of you. Do you hear my voice when I say they melt the chocolate with such love? Sprinkle the dusting of powdered sugar on a toasted marshmallow sandwich. Well, thank you. Thank you. Oh, I love you.
It's so good I haven't tried it yet.
That is correct.
So good I haven't tried it yet because she goes and gets it and eats the whole thing after she takes a picture.
That is also correct.
I just want to share that. So I can't tell you. I can't vouch for it.
All right, but I have something that he can vouch for. Oprah's Chef Art, opened this lovely establishment.
I got it from here, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Homecoming Kitchen. I have never had Southern food so good before in my life. Like the food there is so good. We took the family there. They enjoyed it. We took friends there. They like trying to figure out how to get back. Mm-hmm. Ryan and Sierra go, like if we're there, they'll sneak off and go. I think they went 3 times on this trip or something like that. When I say Art Smith, hey Tom, it was so good. Fumbling over my words. When I say Art Smith puts his food in the recipes he gave these people, I say put his food.
Yes, you did. You struggling today. You struggling.
I am losing. That's how good the food is. You put the food in the food when you do the thing with the thing. He put his foot in them collard greens. I have never had collard greens that good. Mm-hmm. Like it is Southern cooking. They focus a lot on chicken, but it's like 24-hour brine and buttermilk and seasoned like with the Colonel's 36 secret recipes and spicings. That food, we haven't had anything, and I think we've tried almost the entire year.
Yes, there hasn't been
nothing
anything.
has been bad.
And a new thing that we tried this past trip was the moonshine flight. And all the delectable flavors of the moonshine flight. And as you can see, Anthony really enjoyed that moonshine flight. He did let me try some of it.
I did.
Switching gears a little bit, at Epcot, they have the Food and Wine Festival when we go. And so they had a caramel apple vodka-tini, which you'll see right here. Oh, it was such a delectable dancing on the tongue. I don't think I got that either. You might not have that. And one thing that Disney does is your kids can fall out, have temper tantrums, and you can just be like, because nobody corrects their kids in Disney.
Nope. They let them do them.
They let them do them.
And here I'm a drink.
Right.
Yeah, Epcot had I haven't had the vodka caramel appletini because she just drunk it. I don't know where I was. We were together at the park, so I didn't go back to the room.
Moving on.
But they also have a Grand Marnier slushie for the fellas who are into that. It's lit.
It's lit.
It's lit. Oh.
I know. There is a hidden gem that we just found out about on our last trip before we took the kids. Nomad Lounge. It's in Animal Kingdom Park, and I had the Lamu Libation. Let me tell you what is in this thing. Star African rum, a banana rum, guava puree with orange, lime, and pineapple juices, topped with Gosling 151 rum.
Like we said, we allowed the kids a lot more freedom this last
We
trip.
did.
Because they're older. So we told them, like, is it a ride you want to ride somewhere you want to go? And they were like, yeah. So we're like, cool.
Them pizza at the restaurant that was next door to the lounge so that they could enjoy themselves. And one thing that they had at the restaurant next door was this spaghetti and meatball cupcake that you see right here. And let me tell you something. It looks like it was spaghettis and meatballs.
And it was a good cupcake.
It was a good cupcake. It was a chocolate cake with vanilla icing, the fondant icing that looks like the spaghetti. And then it was a chocolate meatball and with the strawberry drizzle on it. Yeah. And then moving on, going back to the Food and Wine Festival, there was this place called the Donut Box where they had this Black Forest donut. But one of the things that Anthony really wanted to try that was absolutely delicious, don't judge us, was a fried chicken and sriracha donuts.
So the bun was a donut.
Ooh, baby.
And I'm not the biggest chicken thigh person.
Take your picture.
But this chicken thigh was fried and seasoned to perfection. And it was an experience. That's all I got. It was really, really good. It was an experience.
And remember last episode when we were talking about the couple and the wife went down and she wanted to be a chef for Disney? Now I understand why she wanted to be at Disney, because they have some great chefs. The food is amazing. It's not like Six Flags theme park food. Not all of it anyway.
Do you think it's amazing because it's Disney and it's a something we have attached to Disney, or do you think the food is just really that good?
I think the food is really that good because, and now I'm going to say in some places it's just basic theme park food, but some places it's a lot better. But some of the places that we've eaten, like at Six Flags, I usually fill myself up on funnel cakes because they have like the McChicken chicken patties and stuff. And so it wasn't really all that good to me.
Okay.
And one thing that we did was we made breakfast out of snacks, and all of these things that we're showing you are snacks. These are not full meals, so they come at this lower snack price. But we went to Woody's Lunchbox, and he had a variety of different Pop-Tarts. And as you can see, because we went in September, they had the Halloween themed Pop-Tart, but they usually have the raspberry marmalade and strawberry fondant Pop-Tart, which was really good. But what we kept going back, and we went to this place like twice when we were in the park on 2 different days. We had the breakfast bowl with tots, brisket, scrambled eggs, and smoked brisket country gravy.
Brisket for breakfast.
And
I ain't saying nothing else.
We loved it.
Brisket for breakfast. It was it. Brisket for breakfast and the Pop-Tart to get the sweet part. It was good. They even had a great, I didn't get a picture of it, but they had an amazing grilled cheese. Like it wasn't like just American melted sliced pasteurized cheese. It was like legit 3 Gouda. They had 3 really nice cheeses and it was melting. Oh man. My mother-in-law let me have her half that she couldn't eat. And I was like, oh, I don't want you to throw it away.
Right.
Don't worry about it. After I ate brisket and the Pop-Tart.
Yes. If you've ever seen The Incredibles, specifically in, I think it's part 2 with Jack, he is in love with the Num Num cookie. And Disney has started offering the Num Num cookie, which is a huge, warm, soft chocolate chip cookie that you have to share it. Like if you eat this whole thing, oh my gosh. So
you're going into a diabetic coma if you
basically,
eat that whole cookie. That's what, like it's chocolate chips in every bite. And it's like it was the biggest, warmest cookie. And Sierra was like, have some. I was like, no, because it's a little. And then she wanted to turn the cookie around. I don't mind if I did. Because it's enough for all 13 of us to eat a piece of this cookie.
Exactly. And then over in the Japanese pavilion in Epcot, we got our new favorite thing, which is the kakigori. I hope I'm saying this correctly. You want to take this one?
It's a frozen cup. It's a snowball and it's ice cream all mixed in one. Like it is. So the first time we got them, we were sitting, I think we were just sitting around waiting. And my kid got one. And I was like, I might as well go get one. So I ate it. And then we was going to leave. I was like, I'm going to grab another one because he probably going to be back here. So I grabbed another one, eating as we walk in. It don't take me, because it's not a huge cup.
Right.
So it is a smaller cup. So y'all don't think I'm just a glutton. But it's like it's a smaller cup like this. We got probably halfway to where we was going. I was like, I'll be right back. I'm going to go get, because we're not coming back. So I'm going to go get one more. It's amazing. Like it's that imagine what's the place? Royal Farms took their chewy ice and then crushed it down a little bit more and then put some perfectly flavored orange flavored snowball flavoring, but not as sweet, and then like condensed sweet milk. Absolutely phenomenal.
Delicious.
Absolutely phenomenal.
Man, we were just talking with our kids and they were saying that this was the best Disney trip that we have gone on. It was a lot more slow paced. What you don't understand is I'm a drill sergeant. Like I have a whole itinerary laminated. Like we got to be here at this time, and they like start at third. But this time,
Except me. I get dishonorably discharged at some point on the trip every year.
like we come to silence because we both angry at each other. So we don't get heated exchange. We just get silent and just be like.
Because the drill sergeant has finally understood that it's vacation. So just let me give my flashback moment for a second. They had extra magic hours late at one park one night. We had been at the park since it opened. We had been at every park since it opened until it closed. So this night I was like, I don't have another 2 hours in me after the park closes. I don't. So we sat and she was like, I want to see this parade. Cool. Parade ends. I was like, whew, let's go head to the exit. I want to ride one more ride. So I was like, listen, love y'all.
He left us in
And
the
I went
park.
back to the room. And she said that, she tells the story. I left him in the park. I got back to the room on the bus, the Disney not Magical Express, the Disney transportation to get back to the room. So it wasn't like I had a
Resort
car.
Transportation.
I got back to the resort. I showered. I laid down. I was asleep for 3 hours before they came into the room.
So on this particular night, they never closed the park. They just kept letting us ride stuff. So we was just like, okay. So we just kept riding stuff. I mean, like everything was open. Usually they'll be like, all right, you can go through this little ride real quick and then you got to go ahead and leave. Nope. They just kept letting us ride. Now, when the morning time came, we was all beat.
No, not all of us. I was bright out in bushy tail. Good morning, loved ones. How are you? And everybody mad because they wanted to stay at the park till 3 o'clock in the morning.
Speaking of mad, I'm about to make one of our followers, subscribers, very mad. Hey, Sierra. I was going through our pictures, and I found this picture, and I just want to put it up here real quick. Look at your son having fun, and look at you. Love you here. Love you here.
Oh, no. What's happening?
Like, he like, she like, So, just if you ever have any questions or anything, if you want to know a little bit more about Disney, hit the comment section below. Let us know what you think. While you're hitting the comment section below, also give us a thumbs up. Keep the conversation going. Share. Make sure you're subscribed. And let us know what you think about the baby mama. And the baby mama.
And the baby mama.
And the baby
And the
mama.
baby's baby.
Yeah, because then the family stepped into the room.
Yep. It's this generation. And I hate being that person, but I've turned into my aunts and uncles. It's this generation. We were talking and my kids made a point and I was just like, that's phenomenal. I was like, we used to just like hash it out behind closed doors. We used to just get straight to it. And now people don't know how to talk to each other anymore. So you do everything for everybody else to see. But you're not reading the comments when you go live. He's not reading the comments. He's just on live trying to give his side. It's weird. Like, get off the phone, address this issue. Y'all hash out what y'all got to hash out and move on. Because it's, again, ultimately it's a child involved.
Right. I used to think it was weird when people would meet up at a restaurant for dinner to talk stuff out.
Okay.
Like,
amen. This was a great episode.
Like you had to go all the way to a restaurant to talk this out?
This was a great episode.
Like, you just can't pick up the phone.
Super great episode.
Now I wish y'all go back to meeting up at restaurants.
Oh man!
They threw the glass. Threw the glass.
Splash water in your face like Eric Williams did.
So Anthony,
Yo.
what do you have for us today?
Nothing. I'm in a great mood. Nothing's really irritated me lately. You stole what I was going to do. I was going to shout out the Madison Mason Home Group for the event. But I've got nothing, guys. Just most wonderful time of the year coming up. Make sure y'all do y'all Thanksgiving food shopping. Don't skip Thanksgiving. We were in the store and they were playing Christmas music and I was pissed. Don't do that.
It put me in a holly jolly mood. I was highly
irritated
jolly.
me because we're not just going to act like Thanksgiving ain't a holiday. Even if I don't celebrate Thanksgiving, the day of Thanksgiving is when my family comes together and we eat and have a great time. That's what it's about for me. So before all the super woke people like, Thanksgiving, people got slow. I get it. I understand. I say Thanksgiving because that's what the day is called. When they change the name, I'll call it whatever they want to call it. All right. That's all. I ain't had nothing else. I know my kid got a question though. Go on, kick it.
So I have a question. Who do you think was the first brave soul that said, I can put a little wax on my eyebrow, snatch the hair off. Ooh, my lips, sideburns. I've got hair on my... I'm going to put some wax down there. Like, how do you think that came about? That somebody was like, let me throw some wax, some hot molten lava down there and pull the hairs off. And how much trial and error do you think happened for them to get it right? Like, no more burns, no more skin removed with it. Like, how do you... I was just curious. Like, how do we evolve to that point? Because I go to Brazil, and I was laying there one day, and I was like, I wonder how it... Okay.
Go ahead and finish your point. Let's wrap it up.
So, I'm going to run back an old hashtag. What had happened was, hashtag, and tell me how you think we got to going to Brazil.
Not even Brazil.
It's not Brazil. Well, they call it a Brazilian wax, so I figured you go to
Good sound you made.
Oh, okay. What do they say in Brazil?
What? This is a great episode. That's what they say in Brazil.
Okay.
Okay. Just say, I don't know what to do.
How do you think we came about?
I think somebody was walking with a candle and it spilled on their leg.
Really?
And they tried to get it off as best they could and they pulled the hair off and they were like, let's try somewhere else.
Okay. And then they ripped it off their own self?
Yeah, I'm going to go with that. Or they called the handmaidens.
The handmaid. That's cool. That's a very good idea.
That's just how my brain works.
Okay. I've got nothing. I don't know how we got here.
This is a good episode.
This was a good episode.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Keep the party going in the comment section. We appreciate all the love. We appreciate everybody rocking with us. With that, I'm Ant.
And I'm Makia.
Thanks for stopping by to
talk some ish with us today. Bye.
Peace.